Hello Vapors and welcome to a new video. This video is going to be on dry burning a Clearomizer. When your Clearomizer starts to turn a little bit like, taste a little bit like burnt syrup, you'll think it's the end of the Clearomizer life, but it's not. And I'm going to show you how to clear your Clearomizer so that it doesn't taste like burnt syrup. Sometimes as well, when you get a brand new Clearomizer, you'll taste like a little bit of burntness, and that's just because it hasn't been oxidized properly. Properly. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. So I've got here an evaporated Clearomizer. This is got cherry in at the moment. Don't worry about chucking out your juice. Sorry, you can pop it back in the bottle, and all you do is take your bottle and just take the top off. You can use other things as well. If you haven't got these kind of bottles, you can just drip it out into a little spare tub, because you can. It's not. Although it tastes burnt, it's not the juice, it's the wick, so you can actually reuse the juice afterwards. So we'll pour the juice back into there. Make sure it's all in, and I'll recap my e-juice, and we'll set that to the side for now. Next thing you want to do is remove your Clearomizer from your battery, and pop that aside. And if you can, remove the bottom of the Clearomizer. I've got a little thing of water here, so we're going to clean the inside of the Clearomizer, because that's one of the things you need to do. I should have really brought a little bit of a bigger pot because these don't fit in, but just get a little bit of a whisk round, and try and get all the A-juice off the wick and stuff like that. I'll get a little bit of tissue paper here. We'll set that aside. Try and get inside of the tube. Everything wants to be kind of clear from the e-juice. I'll put that away on the floor so it doesn't spill. So once you're at this point, you want to try and make sure that your wick is as dry as possible. Get another bit of tissue paper. And just pop that inside your tube, just so that everything's nice and dry. I'll set that aside for a second. Even give your Clearomizer a couple of blows down the little hole. That brings out the rest of the water that's inside as well. So once you've done that, just remove your toilet paper. Before you put it back together, you're going to want to take off this little rubber thing and the little nipple. Yes, it's a nipple. And you want to pop it back together without the little rubber bit on. The reason for that is because you're going to be putting heat on it. So obviously you don't want your little rubber bit to melt or anything like that. Keep your mouthpiece off and connect it to your battery. Obviously, if you've got one of the Clearomizers where you cannot remove the tube from the base, you can still pour some water in the top and just whoosh it around and try and get it as dry as possible inside. You might not be able to get it totally dry, but that's not a problem. And then once you're at this stage, you've got your Clearomizer on your battery, and you've got your little rubber thing off and the nipple off. You want to just start firing it up. And you'll see quite a lot of smoke coming out of it. That's normal, that's just the e-juice burning off. And keep removing your finger every so often, just so that your battery doesn't cut out. And you'll see in the middle there that my coil is starting to glow red. That's what you want. It might take a little bit longer for you because this is quite a new Clearomizer. But you want to keep pressing it until the coil starts to go red. Once the coil starts to go red, just keep going for a little bit longer until all the smoke's gone. Blow down the middle just to make sure. So once you're at this point where your coil's burning nice and red, that's when you want to stop. Obviously you want to leave it about 5 minutes for it to cool down because it might be quite hot. Obviously after the 5 minutes you can then replace your nipple, put your e-juice back in and put your mouthpiece on. And if it's an old Clearomizer that you've got and it's just starting to taste a bit like burnt syrup, you're probably going to have another 3 or 4 days out of it before you need to go out and buy a new one. But it all depends on how much you vape. Obviously, if you're going to vape constantly non-stop throughout the day, it might only last you another day. If you only pick it up every so often, it might last you another week. It all depends on your vaping really. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to keep calm and vape on.